TheChowTimePod. It's your host, Red. I got the bad advice saga continuing today, but there's actually some decent advice out there too. So I put in two decent advices. They're kind of funny, but definitely always bad advices from other women. So please subscribe down below. I'd really appreciate that. And let's get to that chow. It's chow time.
3 girl tips I wish I would have knew sooner.
If his idea of a first date is for you to come over his house and chill, girl, dump him. I mean, come on. A walk in the park is free.
That's not bad advice.
Always ask him, is he looking to get into a relationship before getting really serious about him, okay? Because if he's not sure about what he wants...
Also not bad advice. I think this was actually pretty decent.
If he doesn't know the difference between there, and they are, dump his ass. Even if you don't know. Hell, y'all both can't be dumb. 3 girl tips I wish I would have knew sooner.
I'll agree with her on that one. You both can't be dumb.
One of my guy friends explained this to me, and I truthfully haven't been the same person since, but I think you guys need to know about it. The one-night relationship theory. One of my best girlfriends and I were having lunch, and she was complaining to me about how this guy that she had hooked up with was super open and vulnerable with her when they were hooking up, but then she saw him at a party and he didn't even acknowledge her presence. And what she couldn't understand was, if he did want just something casual, why did he feel the need to share every intimate part of his life?
Did you guys have sex on the first date and just casually, and then he spilled his guts? That doesn't mean he wants a relationship. Casual's casual. It's like the stranger on the train scenario. Why do when people are on a train, they seem to spill their guts and their insides to a stranger on the train. And the reasoning is, or the thought process is, you're never going to see this person ever again. So you're able to unload all the things that you were wanting to unload to a stranger that will listen to you, and it doesn't affect their life, or it shouldn't affect their life. So I think this is a very similar thing where men are using women as the strangers in their bedroom.
Life, trauma dump, seek counsel. And what my guy friend explained to me was the one-night relationship. Although this is a questionable statement, guys are human beings too. They crave love, intimacy, connection. But when there's just so many
Guys have feelings too. They crave love and intimacy. Did you just figure that out recently?
options and they're still adventurous and looking to hook up and have fun, they're not going to commit to something full-time. But what they will do is act like they're in a relationship for a night.
It's funny, they describe men as these are all men. No, you guys are literally going after the top echelon of men. That's why you guys have this particular scenario. If you went with a normal man, I don't think you would have these particular scenarios that you have to deal with.
It's the one-night relationship. During this night, they'll cuddle you, they'll trauma dump, they'll hold your hand, they'll tell you all their deepest, darkest secrets. And then the next day, they might not even say hello to you. And although it's up, men do this a lot. So unfortunately, ladies, if they're being intimate and vulnerable with you one night, that doesn't mean that they want a relationship with you for forever. Oftentimes, it's just because they have feelings too and they want to connect with a person, but not long-term. One of my guy friends explained this.
Just horrible advice, because to get to this stage, you already made mistakes with just casually hooking up with people already. So if you were originally wanting a relationship, why would you have done this and assumed because he spilled his guts to you that we are in a relationship now? This is totally off. Again, their theory is, well, all men do this, so all men you sleep around with, some of them are gonna spill their guts, and it's okay. It's okay for them to do this. In a sense, no. You should be more selective of the men that you choose and not be okay with some of these behaviors.
I've got a great piece of advice regarding this. So I used to think that if a man asked me what I want, it was a good sign, because I was like, yeah, they're trying to find out what I want, see if we're on the same page. Now I know different. If you watch my story time, you know why. But today, one of my friends gave me a piece of advice that I am going to live by. She said, dun, dun, dun. If someone asks you what you want and what you're looking for, you say to them, I am looking for someone to be themselves so that I can get to know them and work out if we are a good match. And that is what I will be saying in future if anyone else asks me what I'm looking for.
that's actually decent advice. That's the same advice that we give men. It is a trap. If a woman asks you, what are you looking for? And you tell her exactly what you're looking for, you just literally gave her the blueprint to how to trick you. And she's right. If you gave a man a blueprint that knows how to use blueprints and that's a great architect that knows how to read blueprints, he will use that against you. It's actually decent advice, but funny.
There's only one way to tell if this is the right man for you. Only one way.
One way, huh?
If you can imagine your son turning out like this man, or if you can imagine your daughter ending up with a man similar to this man.
That's 2 ways you just named by now, by the way. One is if your daughter can be with this man, or 2 was the other one. So that's 2 reasons. Just saying, 2 reasons.
That's how you know he's the one for you. If either one of those thoughts scares you or rubs you the wrong way, he's not the one for you. There's only one way to tell.
It doesn't even make sense because these are future thoughts, right? Why not think about if he's good for you instead of if my daughter would date him or if I would be okay with these types of scenarios? Would you be okay if this man was the man and you were okay with the scenarios that you were presented with him? Like, that's weird to think so far into the future, in a sense, to think that this man
There's only one
is the one.
How do you know if you're the ugly friend? Sprinkle, sprinkle. How do you know if you're the ugly friend?
Now, what is she gonna say
Ask a
about this? Ooh, a
I
child.
don't know you. Take a picture of you and your friend. Hold it up to some child.
Oh.
Who's prettier? Who's ugly in this picture? Okay. How do you know if
Dude, she ain't wrong. Kids are ruthless. They'll tell you the damn truth for sure. She'll call you big nose or fucking, oh, what's wrong with her hair? They'll say all that shit. So it's actually decent advice too, which is funny.
It's simple. He don't like you. He don't call you. He don't like you. He don't keep his word. He don't like you. He's inconsistent. He has someone else.
Stop giving the game away, lady. God dang.
He only calls you when he wants something. He's using you. He starts random arguments. He's cheating on you. He's not investing in you. You're not worth the investment. Never met his family. You're not the one. Been with your guy 5+ years. No ring. No marriage. He's still searching. You're a placeholder. Men are not complicated. They're very easy to know. Men don't talk with their words. They talk with their actions. Let's go, Net Nation. Be smart, date smart, choose wisely. And remember, I told you.
Damn,
It's
woman.
simple. He don't.
She gave the game out right there. Simple, flat, straight facts. Woo, that was some spicy chow. You know, like that last lady pretty much just called us all out. Well, call us men out pretty hard right there with the things that the players do, right? Or the men that aren't sure do. So it's not bad that these women know some of these things because there's shitty men out there too, right? As there are shitty women telling each other to do shitty things. Please like, subscribe down below. I'd really appreciate that. And I'll catch you guys next time. Let's chat.